Hello. I was killing him a lot earlier. I don't know what's going on. And I was still using the fire. I just... Not really. I'm trying to get his whip. What I need. Yeah. buddy. Just gonna let them fight him. Thorned Whip, there we go. That didn't take us long. That was like, what, first 6 minutes and got it. Oh yeah, I gotta get the exiled armor. I actually gotta get all of the exile armor. Let's go take these hits. Crossbows. Exile Greaves. Okay. Mushroom. Yeah, the exile armor should not be hard to get at all. What weapon do they use? What weapon is that? Hey, sure one of them will drop it. Hey, I need that. Crescent Moon Axe. I did actually need that. Let me. Actually, I didn't need that. Did I get the Greaves earlier? Character. I think I did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Exile Greave. Okay. Now we just need the hood. We've complete the exile. Also, the Crescent Moon Axe I've already had. Go to the axes, make sure. Yeah, see, I already had the Crescent Moon. Thought I didn't for a second. I want to know what sword they use. Got. lasted. No, I don't use the set bindings. I can actually tell you the key bindings I used. Now I had to change that the preset key bindings sucked. Exile Hood. Did they ever drop? I'll tell you my key bindings in a minute. I didn't change a whole lot of the preset bindings. Like a couple things. But it makes it a lot easier on my pinky because the default key bindings, everything, like it really kind of hurts your pinky a lot. Okay. So I have Alt for the movement, control if I want to walk, you know, WASD. Dodge, run, and sprint is with spacebar. F is for jump, because I would prefer to have space as the sprint instead of the space being jump. Crouch is C, so C, crouch. Makes sense. Then I changed the camera so I can do this. The camera's moving in the background. Auto lock I just kept as the middle mouse button, and then for the like right armament, left, and all that stuff, I just use 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead it's 1, 2. The 4 is to switch between my flasks. 1 is to switch my bells, and then 2 and 3, which are right beside each other, right, left. And for the attack, that's the same, but instead of control and left click to do a heavy, I put it as shift, as control plus the left was very difficult on my pinky, because I would go to click control to do the strong attack, but then also I would use shift because I'm running around, and so it hurt my hand clicking control all the time. Guard is regular. Q is my skill because it's right there beside W. R is to item. I like to R because of like reload. You load weapon in games, so you reload health with flasks. E is for everything, and then map because it makes sense. That's pretty much all my findings. It was just a few changes to their default, but it made one hell of a difference. I'm actually making I made a table list of all the key bindings that I used in this game, but also I'm gonna do stuff like that for rival games, because if you've ever played Minecraft or 7 Days to Die, or you play Rust, like, you know, stuff like that. There's slight duration differences for their key bindings. I don't like it, so make a survival category for key bindings. I play a lot of survival games. That way, whenever I play any survival game, not me having to relearn the damn button control, because this game manufacturer changed something that's been logical for everybody because they felt like it. I do actually like 7 Days to Die key binding. I think it's nice having that tab being your inventory open in Elden Ring tab escape, but tab is a nice up inventory. Or weapon. I'm just curious. So we got the Exile Hood. Yeah, no. So for instance, if I ever played Minecraft and then 7 Days to Die or whatever, if I played a lot of 7 Days to Die, then I would go back to Minecraft. There's just a couple of bindings that would be different, and then I would just have to get used to breaking the habit of whatever I was clicking in 7 Days to Die, but on Minecraft. And then when I went to Rust, it was the same damn thing again. It's quite annoying. So, as I said, that's why I'm doing that now, where I'm going to create like a little universal key binding thing for myself. What I find is easier. I do actually like jump being F instead of having to use my thumb. And I do kind of like the dodge being spacebar, because it's a bigger you know, button press versus anything else. But I like F because it's right beside the D, pretty easy, like with my pointer. Now I don't know how get lit. I do like F being jump, but I don't know how it's going to work in survival games. That's why I said I'm going to keep things to like game categories. So like all survival game that I play, I'm going to keep the key binding the same. And then all RPG style games like this, I'm going to keep the same. So it might be a little different between survival and RPG games. Like, you know, there will be a different key binding, but it will always be a thing. If I'm playing the same genre of game, it's all going to have the same key binding. That's what's also, No Man's Sky has a different damn key binding for stuff. Like, if I take a break from No Man's Sky and I come back, it's like I'm having to relearn the entire game over again. That was my big issue with Elden Ring. Every time I would come back to replay it, I started a new character, because I'd have to relearn all the controls again, and because I would forget everything. There's nothing, like, usually I can rely off of muscle memory, you know, when I play a game. I can just, hey look, this feels right, my hands do all the work, I don't have to think about it. But when the key bindings are messed up, I can't rely on muscle memory. It's like solving a Rubik's Cube. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Damn it. Get off my ass. I can solve a Rubik's Cube, but I can't explain to you how to solve the, like, with the turns and stuff like that. If you're like R left or RL, you know, RH, whatever. Like, you know, YouTube videos that say the different what's it called? They'll say a different move, and that's how you're supposed to solve it. I can't do it that way. Like, I can't just tell somebody, oh yeah, I move this to this. It's just like, if you give me a Rubik's Cube in my hand, I can solve it. Like, less than 2. And I don't mean that exaggeratedly. I actually can solve them. When I was a little kid, my mom kept getting me Rubik's Cube for Christmas. This was a cheap gift. I would always scramble it, and then I would never solve it. Because I just couldn't. So, I could always get one side, I couldn't get all the sides. And so then, when I was in high school, there was a kid that was solving stuff and everything, and so I actually looked up a video, because I was still kind of pissed that I never figured it out. So I watched a YouTube video on how to solve them, and then taught myself that way. So I spent like an entire day of solving Rubik's Cubes. I got it down to, like, my fastest time was like a minute, but on average it's like 2 minutes. Also, trying to find the next area to farm. Got the Exile. Also, let me look at the Exile. What sword Exile in? They use the Banished Knight sword. Why do I? Not true. Banished Knight sword. Okay, so here's the thing. I see them, I don't see them. But also it naturally has Stormblade, because they blade to shoot at ya. I feel like that's not the weapon. AI overview, you suck. I think it's just a long sword they use. Their armor has vines too, but when you get it and equipped it, the vines are. Somebody said on Reddit. Somebody said that I've thought that it was the bastards. But nothing but. Sword matches. Yeah, I guess they just have the Ash of War. That's like, so I used to play a lot of first-person games, but I used a controller all the time because I played on console for most of my life. But I played PC games also growing up too. They weren't like anything like this. It was like Roblox or whatever. That's how I got fast typing. I like playing first-person shooters with a controller, but I prefer to only play against other controllers when I use a controller, because I know that mouse and keyboard does give you an advantage because you aim and shoot. If it's like, I feel like I'm better with a controller with first person, because I can just, aim the crosshairs better. I was really good at Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. But using the mouse to aim on computer, it's like, yeah, it seems sharper stuff, but it just doesn't, like, I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't feel right. So but I don't play a lot of first-person shooters, and I don't do competitive shooting anymore anyway, ever since I came to PC. Because I don't personally care to be better than anybody at anything. Like, if somebody's better than me at something, it's like, so be it. Like, that does not bother me. I cared a lot when I was younger. Um, you know, like when I was in high school. Because I know life the crap out of first-person shooter games. Um, but a lot of that just went away. Like I got really good at Black Ops 2. I did a lot of 1v1, and I didn't have like I went a long time. I did a lot of 1v1s, quick scoping and stuff in Black Ops 2. And Black Ops 3 they killed quick scoping, so I went to like using submachine guns and ARs and stuff like that, and just you know I grinded out dark matter like the first when Black Ops 3 first dropped. I grinded out and got dark matter in a week. Like I was a no life. Um, Also, I was getting, I came so close to getting nuclear. I was 29 and 0, and I died. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just using sorcery. So I went 30 and 1, in one match. But like, you know, I was aiming to get nuclears and stuff. Doing the nuclear challenge, like when that stuff was like popular. You know, it was coming out on YouTube, and it was like, oh yeah, this person got a nuclear, whatever. And you know, you had FaZe Clan, Optic, and all that stuff going. Uh, and if there was a challenge going on, I took on this challenge. I didn't post anything. It was just, you know, I wanted to see if I could do it. So, but as soon as I started doing like skill-based matches and stuff like that, which I don't mind. Actually, I do. I mind because I prefer there to be a ranked, and then there to be a I prefer there to be a ranked and there to be regular casual. The casual should not be ranked players. Like it should not be skill-based matching. But then ranked should be skill-based matching. They do that in Rocket League. Somewhat. You know, like I don't need to face people that are as sweaty as I am 24/7. That is annoying as crap. It was fun growing up because you would grind your ass off, and then you would face people that are worse than you, and then you'd face people that are better than you, all in the same match. So it's possible that dogging a bunch of people, and then this random dude comes along, and now you're getting slapped around, you know? And if it's really bad, you just switch lobbies and back to dogging a bunch of people, you know? Now it's like, no matter what, like, they're just as good as you with skill-based matchmaking, so it's just not as fun. It's like, okay, I'm working really hard to get better, but I'm constantly facing people that are working just as hard as I am to get better too. And so, it's yeah, there's an issue with it. That stuff killed it. Also, like Warzone in general, I stopped playing because I don't like battle royale games. Like I like the multiplayer, you know, team deathmatch, free for all, search and destroy, and I like zombies. I was never really a big fan of Warzone. I did get a couple wins, you know, here and there, but I didn't play a whole lot. Also, when I came to PC, my accuracy on a controller is a lot different than a mouse and keyboard. But if I'm using a controller against other PC nerds, um, I say that respectively. I'm a PC nerd. Uh, but if I'm facing them on it, it's not great. Unlike when it was me using controller against controller, I would best almost everyone when I was using controller against controllers. But the PC against me using a controller, it puts more of a even playing ground. Also, I don't got no gaming mouse or anything like that, and I don't really care to be spending a whole lot of money. I play with a M 500 or 550 Logitech keyboard, and it's like small style mouse, 2 buttons, roll wheel. I don't need no super high tech fancy. Paid $20 for this, and I got a $20 keyboard. I have a gaming mouse that I got rid of, and I have a gaming keyboard that I still have, but I need to get. I just don't use that stuff. I like stuff taking less space on my desk. Where is the thing? So I'm trying to find Godric Knight Gauntlets. That should be a gate front, right? Shouldn't the Godric, this is Godric, right? Godric Knight, right there. That's like survival games. Like, I like playing Rust, but I don't care about facing other people. Rust. Like, I played in some PvP server back in the day, and those were fun. But now, the Rust players that play now, they're all nothing but sweats and no lives. Which, as I said, like, good for them. They found something they really like. There's things I know life myself into also, but a lot of the Rust players are, you know, no lives and they do nothing but PvP on Rust. I don't have time to try to be better than others. Like I said, when I was in high school, I had all the time in the world to try to get better than others because I could do nothing but play video games and do nothing. So I played Rust for a little bit, and then it's like I was doing PvP, and I won a cut. Like I had some, you know, pretty cool come up, so where I took out some people, you know, but then, you know, people took out me. You know, I lost gear, they lost gear, and then like the thing that killed Rust for me was the server wipes that kept happening. I got so far. I unlocked every blueprint, and the server wipe or the blueprint wipe wasn't supposed to happen for like another 3 months. And because of the jungle update that came out, it erased my blueprint. They did it just a full-on wipe, so it's like I just grinded out and got all the blueprints, and now I got to restart all over again. I was like, nope, I'm out. I haven't played it since because of that. It's like if it gave me time to enjoy all the blueprints for like a couple months, you know, because there was going to be server wipes. There was going to be server wipes where you lose your base and stuff, but you still have your blueprints. You can still get to where you were at faster than you could if you didn't. And so when I lost all that progress on the server I was playing on, I didn't feel like playing anymore. I did some PvE servers after that, and I unlocked, you know, everything, but it was the same thing. The server wipe happened. Like, no, not playing Rust anymore. But I actually do enjoy Rust in general. I like the PvE aspect. I like hunting animals, gathering the food, bringing it back. I do like the occasional raiding someone. You know, I know why that's fun, but I like more of the environment. Like, same thing with Ark. There was a lot of people that like to raid an Ark. I didn't. I was one that just liked to tame dinos and, you know, use that dinos to gather up some stuff and then build a base. Just a cool solo base. We're gonna have to find a Godric Knight. Where to farm Godric? Fort Hagen. Fort where? Fort Harg? Harg. that. Yeah, they meant that. I played Dark Souls 3, then I ended up replaying it and then playing with mouse and keyboard. Is there a Spike Clubbin? Guy with Spike Clubbin? I just want that.
I must begin for a true.
Well, guess we're going back to. But yeah, basically what killed competitive games with is uh, at the end of the road. I mean, you can apply this to everything though, so I kind of take that back. You know what? No, I don't. My thought process of it is like, even though I enjoyed multiplayer games and getting really good and besting everyone, there isn't really a point. Like besides like temporary happiness. Because at the end of the day, all games, like, people stop playing it. That's the main thing that kind of kills the game. And stop playing it, they move on to the next game, and so all that stuff that you did in the other game doesn't really it doesn't really matter much. Like, yes, you got some memories out of it. But say you stop playing a game for 3 years. Like I did, I stopped playing Call of Duty for time. When I went back, it's like, yes, there's muscle memory where if I play it, it won't take me long to get back to what skill level I was. But it's still gonna take me, a little bit to like get back to that skill level. And I don't want to put in the time to do that. Also, what's the point? Did I not have that? Like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, I like because my stuff's not going anywhere. I progress everything I made. I'm not worried. Like, yeah, I can do the PvP stuff, but I don't have to do the PvP. So it's fun. I can progress at my own pace. And also, if I beat every boss like I have done, I still have a save where I beat every boss. Like, I took on a challenge. Like, there was an end goal. There's an end goal to the challenge. If there is no end goal, For like 7 days a die. My end goal was to build a base that not get raided by zombies. That I could face the hordes all the way up until infinite amount of days. I did that. My goal was complete. I wanted to thrive. I survived at first, then I thrived. Once I hit that thriving goal, I did everything that I wanted to do. Now, if games try to stretch it to where it takes longer to get to that thriving goal, I don't play those games. Because I don't need to work real job and then come home second job playing games. Like, games shouldn't feel like a job. Like, unless, like, if me playing a game, like, live streaming or whatever, was a job, yeah, that was awesome. But the actual, like, I shouldn't be like, say that, like how Ubisoft, that's been a big popular one, how all they do is make like, I am actually going to use Clash of Clans for example. Clash of Clans, you upgrade your town hall and then you have to sit there and wait 7 days where you can buy money to buy gems to boost it up. There's time limits that you have to wait. When you put time limits in games like that, I just don't play them. I played Clash of Clans, was like my only game that I played that had time limits. And I got like to 10 or whatever without spending any money. And then once I got that far, and they kept doing updates or whatever, I just slowly fell out of it. I got tired of like, hey look, the next town hall upgrade 12 days. That's ridiculous. So I don't play games that have those time limits. If you have to put time limits instead of like putting good playable gameplay in a video game, then not worth it. Should be able to have fun playing the video games. Ubisoft had like microtransactions and all the stuff Ubisoft's been doing for a while, and it's just killing it. Like, the initiative, the Stop Killing Games initiative, which all that called, which I support. Be able to play games like, after it, and there's a lot of stupid controversy back and forth. I'm not. If you know about the initiative, then you know who doesn't. So I'm not gonna say anything to bring anybody. Roderick Gauntlet. Okay. I got the gauntlets. Now I just need the armor. If you play a game, you should, and like, say if it's a live service game and the servers go down, you should be able to host. Like in Rust, I'm gonna use Rust for an example. You can't create a single player world in Rust. You have to actually like create a server, and then you play on that server. So you can host your own server and play on the server by yourself, because you're hosting it from your computer. So whenever you want to play the game or Rust, and you want to have a single player world set up, you run a server off your desktop, which it does not use that much PC. And then you do local.connect to host, and you type in the host, and then you can load into your game and play it. That's how games should be. Like, if it's a live service game and not a single player game, you'll be able to load up the server, and load up the game, and then connect to that said server, play the game if the developer's not going up and running, which it makes sense because it does cost money to run server. Game is done and they want to do stuff, fine, so be it. But at least allow, like, where you can download and host, like Rust does. Face Punch is that owns Rust. They have on their own website where you go on there, scroll down to the support, and download the server files, run them. And to be honest, I don't even play a lot of the new games that come out. Usually, I just replay old games that I have on my list, or I buy old games that I no longer have that I want to play again. I don't really have, like, so Grand Theft Auto 6 is a good one that I want to. Arc 2 I want to play. And then Hytale, but I don't think Hytale is ever going to come out. I kind of feel like it's a scam because they had a closed beta sign up. Like, so Hytale, I don't know if you know what that is. I'll type it in chat. Like, you let me know if you know what game that is. I'll wait a second. Gauntlets? I want your armor. So, Hytale. They release the footage of the game, and apparently the footage of the game, it was no Blender animation for the trailer. It was actual gameplay that they used for the trailer. It was like a Minecraft-like game. So the developers that run this like giant Minecraft server, Hypixel, created Hytale. Hytale was supposed to be like everything that Minecraft, like that people wanted for Minecraft, but can't do game engine and everything. But they released the gameplay trailer, and the actual gameplay, what they have already accomplished and complete, was there, right? It gets a lot of hype. It gets like crap load of views, like less than an hour. Like in a day, they had like 24 million views, or something like that. You know, right? Super fun and super exciting. And they get backed by Riot Games. They get backed by a couple other companies. They have like like old executives that worked at Blizzard that came up with, you know, that made World of Warcraft how popular it was, like what started Warcraft and what made World of Warcraft so popular. They had those old executives working on Hytale, and it got so much hype that, like, oh man, we want to really make sure we deliver our promise, so we're going to delay it. We're going to have some closed beta signups. They have the beta signups. There's not one damn YouTuber that is actually, like, or not one damn person that's actually done real gameplay footage that has done actual gameplay footage of them playing for the beta sign up of the game at all. Not one. Also, the game looked like a finished product completely because they released gameplay footage, and it was going to get released that year. They released it like 5 years more so, and they were working on it for years before they released the gameplay trailer, and not one person has played it, and the hype kind of died down, like is gone and dead. And I don't think that game's ever coming out at all. There's no way. I mean, there is a way, but I don't think they're ever going to release it. Let me look up. Let me look this up, okay? We're going to look at this up together. That way you see it. This was the game. Like an RPG, like Warcraft, but Minecraft, you know, and load. Oh, somebody says canceled. Was officially canceled. Riot Games buys Hytale and a couple years later, then they close. Right, we're gonna look. I'm curious. I didn't know it was canceled. So yeah, no. If that's true, development started in 2015. Got announced in 2018. 10 years. 10 years. They must be deep into the game. Sucks to scrap it. They released the gameplay trailer of the actual finished game. They could have released it as an early access or what. Happy. Would you pick up Minecraft clone editor that is no developed in 2015 after today? Roughly 8 years. Riot fuck. Yep. They at the problems made a development. Definitely lose a lot, but from what I've read throughout the years, like they had to start change game plans completely multiple times. Something that appears common curve Riot game. Lost a lot through the. Didn't Riot Games only acquire it 2 years ago? That's still 8 and turning. Yeah. Oh, Hytale doesn't even. Hytale, the website's not even loading. Well, I guess that confirms it. That game that I thought was going to come out never will. So, take that back. Ark 2. Ark 2 and GTA 6. GTA 6 not promised to be good, but Rockstar hasn't really failed. Like hasn't really let down people yet at all. Maybe GTA 6 is a game that they fumbled, like Bethesda did with Fallout 76. Who knows? But if they don't, that's going to be fun. State of Decay 3. I was excited about that, but I think that got canceled. Which State of Decay, if you never played it, game series is a really good game series. I really wish that they could combine a lot of the different survival games that have zombies and stuff into kind of game. Like make it like a survival game. Like a realistic realistic-ish. As realistic as you can get to a zombie universe. That's pretty damn fun. Game got canceled. So Ark 2. You know, I should probably check to make sure that's not canceled either. Whoops, go get him, Tiger. Ark 2. Is that supposed to come out this year? Sometime in 2. So somebody said, is Ark 2 still coming out or is it abandoned? In reality, what will likely happen is they quietly abandon Ark 2 and just eventually announce a new season pass, Genesis style, that will further expand the story that Ark 2 was supposed to encompass. Ark 2 sounds fun, but nobody wants anywhere near Souls-like game. Can't even run across a flat field without getting every third pebble on the ground. Do you really? Things that require perfect timing. Oh boy. Go me. So yeah, it seems like Arc 2 might not be coming out either. Yeah. I wanted them to focus on the ecosystem dynamics. This is what somebody said, okay? I wanted them to focus on the ecosystem dynamics and increase the ability of tamed dinosaurs. Have predators, have urban predators, including when you riding them. Animals find water to drink. Have animals have children in them. Be able to find animals to be defensive. Let other animals harvest resources by that area. Have other animals that automatically processing all. Generally stuff like that. Do things that keep that or game magic. Starve off the grind. Ark is the best game ever and realize that the animals like to either walk around randomly or attack you. More fun to build a little dinosaur colony in production. Have to spend time hitting rocks get later in the game. I agree. It would be nice. That's what I had like idea for a zombie game. It's like having the zombies like walk around, like maybe they horde together, maybe they hear a sound, and it makes them bunch up together and they move for a common goal, right? It would make the world, or kind of like how say The Walking Dead. You know, they hear a sound, they see a helicopter, whatever, they walk towards it. Would make the world feel more alive instead of just having the zombies randomly spawn near you. Then, hey, look, you did something and running up at you. You know, like start zombies spawning at like edge of the map. If you know, have them like spawn at the edge of the map. Also, I take that back. I guess now there is one game that I'm excited about. Two games. GTA 6, if it's fucking good, and Light No Fire by Hello Games, which created No Man's Sky. And yes, No Man's Sky when it first came out was a bummer from what I've heard. And I can believe it. But Hello Games has really done above and beyond in No Man's Sky. And I think that they learned the mistake that they did on the first one by game that didn't have promises promised, but they redeemed themselves. I think Light No Fire will be. I'm excited about that one. That's a game that I'll buy when it comes out. Light No Fire is supposed to come out this year. This year in autumn, fall, whatever. I think that I think Hello Games actually. Also, I get crushed right now. Light Fire release date. Says release date not been announced yet, but there's people that speculate 2025 or. Maybe that one doesn't come out. I don't know. I hope not. This Godric Night Greed, man. Yeah, farming in game has brought me out to talk about stuff. Random crap. That's for sure. I'm just getting this night armor and I'm done. Wait a second. Yeah, so I will say this. There's not really any games that I'm really playing. I was looking forward to a couple games coming out, but now that we have seen, I don't think those games are ever coming out. So in that case, I'm just going to continue playing the same old games until I feel like I've accomplished everything I want to. Take a break. That's awesome. But I think honestly, next live stream I do, I'm character, try to run, get to the end game. Gee. Start on pair. Grab a berry buckler. I can't. Next. Okay. I just want to bury something. Just hit him. Satisfaction. Satisfaction. that it is something satisfying about parenting, right? I need to get good at it. Not even good. Get stabbed. Watch me. Get him with- I'm kind of just. Hit me with. Hit him with. They don't like. There we go. Too hard to see it when I just see a bunch. It'll just. Let's go take out our Sentinel with just what we got. Cowabunga! I doubt that I'm gonna this thing before I drop. Still worth a shot. There we go. Couple hits in.
Come to the. Of course, you. Unfortunately, without gun, you are me. Are you familiar? You may all that. It will leave even if.
Actually hope I can take IPK times I've You see that? Second attempt and almost killed him. Could I dare try for a... Dare I? I beat him the first 3 tries. Facing him. I know you're supposed to pass this ball, so I'm under leveled. I almost killed him that second attempt. I'll do one. If I don't, then that's it. Back to him. Coming back to him. 4 tries. Now, could I beat him? Yes, I've beaten him. The level 1 Wretched. When I first started, because I know that you're supposed to skip him, but it's just satisfying beating him. But to be honest, if I just keep facing him, it's slow down my playthrough. Alright, let's skip him.
And I can also that you're not then why I am caught. Goodbye.
I hop off abruptly.
They, sir, but you. I can turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it summon me. Ah, I bequeath. It will some torrent. Treat him with.
Oh well. Are you blowing your head dumb?
Everyone, only to have it. Did you know of Quillen? You've been heading to entice. Well, that, but I don't have. It's scary. I want from nothing. Can you take? And it'll be glad. Oh, tell them I'm fine again. Oh, tell them I'm fine again.
Name's Bull. Let me ask, are you here? Does your despite takes me any int? All I know now's the not floating well.
my 30 rooms. No. Actually, keep at level 1. If I had that summon, definitely would. I can see. Out it.
Foolish ambitions to rest.
Diana's not having that aggro. IG.
Foolish ambitions to rest.
I like it. I think it's funny that I best on my playthrough, and after that, hard to believe.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
Dude, I'm gonna missions. S. The funny thing, if I could just damage. I clicked the damn dodge button and don't make me. After I defeat him. Godric and try to defeat.
Foolish ambitions to rest.
Can't. Gotta keep those full. Okay, Milady.
Forgive me. To see where and it seems torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering.
Those can't be. The funny thing is I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. I just like to. Like I know that I gotta take it slow. Finish 'em.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
Oh, these. I'm a caveman. Heck. Take it slow. be honest, I'm just doing this. Like really relaxed. Scream at him.
Foolish ambitions to rest.
I put. I doubt. That would have been. Actually, that move. That. Aren't foolish.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnish. These foolish ambitions to rest.
Dies. They do.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnish.
They don't.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
And I'm about done. Yeah, we backed all.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
What? We're asleep?
These foolish ambitions to rest.
By the way, I'm just level 1. I'm just messing around. I had the other account. Or, I mean, I had the other account, now I'm just...
as I am the wit. I'd heard and upon look the talk thou art to call forth. I was entrusted by Torrent's former tis the summon the spirits now it is that. I doubt we how long will before the time.
I just have to. No. I'm pretty. Grab something. If I don't win. I mean, I'm not really about completely winning because I just bypass the stress of farming constantly.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished. These foolish ambitions to rest.
All of that. Alright, I'm gonna. Or actually, now one more attempt. I have them. I'm not even really worried about defeating them without summon because I've already done an entire playthrough where I beat the boss without a summon. Take the aggro. Take the aggro.